Once upon a time, in the heart of Olorunda, a thriving village surrounded by vast golden fields and towering baobab trees, life was peaceful. The villagers, clothed in colorful Ankara and Kitenge fabrics, worked together in harmony, farming, trading, and celebrating their traditions. Among them lived OGA JUCE, a man whose name was spoken with hushed whispers. Unlike the others, OGA JUCE was not known for kindness or hard work. He was a cruel and greedy man, always scheming ways to take advantage of his neighbors. His compound, larger than most, stood ominously at the edge of the village. The walls, higher than necessary, kept out prying eyes, and the only visitors were debtors or victims of his cruel tricks. While others shared their harvests, OGA JUCE hoarded his goods, selling them at ridiculous prices and exploiting the poor. But one day, fate decided that OGA JUCE's greed would not go unpunished. One such victim of OGA JUCE's cruelty was Babatunde, an elderly farmer known for his honesty. One year, the rains were scarce and his crops failed, left with little food for his family. Babatunde swallowed his pride and approached OGA JUCE. "OGA JUCE, I need your help," Babatunde pleaded. "I will work on your land in exchange for food to feed my children." OGA JUCE smirked, his thin lips curling into a sneer. "I don't give handouts, old man, but I will lend you some yams if you pay double after the next harvest." Desperate, Babatunde agreed, unaware that OGA JUCE had tampered with his seeds. When harvest time came, Babatunde's crops were stunted and rotten. OGA JUCE arrived at his farm with armed men. "You have failed to pay your debt, Babatunde. Your land is now mine." The villagers gasped in horror, but no one dared to challenge OGA JUCE. That night, as Babatunde sat in his empty hut, a voice whispered in the air, "Justice will come." One evening, a stranger arrived in Olorunda. He was tall, with deep brown skin and piercing eyes that seemed to see into the souls of men. He wore a flowing agbada adorned with golden embroidery and carried a staff with intricate carvings. At the village square, he called out, "I am Olumide, a traveler of distant lands. I have come to test the heart of Olorunda." The villagers, curious yet cautious, welcomed him, but OGA JUCE saw an opportunity. If the stranger was wealthy, perhaps he could be tricked. That night, Olumide visited OGA JUCE's compound. "I hear you are a man of great wealth and wisdom," Olumide said. "I seek to buy land, but only from the most powerful man in Olorunda." OGA JUCE puffed his chest. "You have come to the right place." Olumide smirked. "But first, let us feast. I shall cook." OGA JUCE. Olumide was not an ordinary traveler. He was a messenger of justice. OGA JUCE never knew. Olumide prepared a grand feast in OGA JUCE's compound. The aroma of rich stews, grilled fish, and sweet palm wine filled the air. OGA JUCE, greedy as ever, could not hesitate indulging himself. "Eat, my friend," Olumide said with a knowing smile. As OGA JUCE devoured the food, Olumide tapped his staff on the ground. Suddenly the air grew thick and whispers echoed from the walls. OGA JUCE's hands froze as his food turned into dust in his mouth. "What is happening?" he choked. The voice of Babatunde and others he had wronged filled the air. "Justice will be served." Terrified, OGA JUCE tried to flee, but his feet were rooted to the ground. Olumide's eyes glowed. "You have taken from the poor, cheated the weak, and lived without honor. Now you will taste the suffering you have caused." OGA JUCE screamed as shadows formed around him. His once grand compound began to crumble, and the yams he had hoarded rotted before his eyes. His money turned into leaves, and his men abandoned him, running into the night. "Please have mercy," OGA JUCE pleaded. Olumide's voice was firm. "Did you show mercy to Babatunde, to the widows, to the orphans?" OGA JUCE wept, realizing his fate. His greed had made him powerful, but it had also made him alone. The villagers watched in awe as OGA JUCE was reduced to nothing but rags. His land was returned to those he had stolen from. Babatunde's fields bloomed again and justice was restored. As the first rays of dawn broke, Olumide disappeared, leaving behind only his staff, now planted in the center of the village. It was said that whoever touched it with an impure heart would suffer the same fate as OGA JUCE. With OGA JUCE gone, the village of Olorunda flourished like never before. The people learned the value of kindness and unity, sharing their harvest and helping one another. The story of OGA JUCE became a lesson passed down through the generations, a warning that greed and cruelty never go unpunished. Babatunde, once broken, became a respected elder, teaching the young about the importance of honesty. At the center of the village, Olumide's staff remained standing tall as a symbol of justice. As the sun set over Olorunda, the village square echoed with laughter and music, a celebration of life, fairness, and the enduring power of truth. So for me, the moral of the story is greed and cruelty will always be punished. Kindness and honesty bring lasting rewards. No one is above justice, and what you give to others will return to you. Thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoy my story. Thank you.